Oh, good morning, friends.
Still recording. Still trying to figure this whole thing out. We're going on a vacation today. We're going to Ashland, Oregon, and she tried to get me to go wine tasting, but that's not going to happen. We're going to go have fun. We have a hot tub in our room, and we're very excited about it. And I hope this thing is recording, otherwise I'm going to look like an idiot talking to nothing. Yeah. Hope you guys have fun watching this. How do I turn this off?
We are going away for the weekend. Just have some quality time, you know? Just some quality time together. But if you know me, first things first, right, ladies and gents? Okay, friends, we got places to be and people to see. Let's go. Okay, folks, change of plans.
Whenever you hit that red button.
Oh, if you only knew who I was behind the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. The real.
This is like when you pick up a phone call after yelling at me for like 5 minutes. You're like, hi, how can I help you?
Hi, thanks for calling Allie's phone.
Thanks for calling Allie's phone.
Well, folks, I know it has been a hot minute since Elijah has made a guest appearance on the YouTube channel. Oh, he's so excited about it. But today, Elijah is in the house and he is answering all of your most pressing, hot, steamy questions. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
If you saw a few videos ago, I answered these questions, and we're going to now have Elijah answer these from his point of view. Best advice for a couple that is hoping to steward greater intimacy in their marriage.
Well, I think you can take that two ways. Obviously physical, and then obviously emotional, spiritual. I think maybe not necessarily even being intimate with sex, but maybe being intimate with connection and with your feelings before getting intimate physically. So my advice would be probably connect emotionally before connecting physically.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry if I'm not looking at the camera, I'm driving. But yeah, I mean, if we were gonna have sex tonight, I would probably make sure that I do a really good job at connecting with you emotionally, whether even physically in other ways that meet your needs, like doing the dishes or rubbing your feet or asking you how your day was, how are you feeling, how are we doing. But I think connecting emotionally, obviously, before physically, because it's so easy. I mean, it can be easy just to have sex and it just be sex. But you obviously don't want to just have sex to have sex. You want to have sex to be able to connect with your partner.
Right.
So, yeah.
What's the hardest part about making decisions together?
No, I mean, we had one this. I mean, that's what we're in right now.
Yeah.
I mean, just you have two different people, obviously, wanting to make potentially two different decisions, and so something has to give. There, you got to find middle ground. I think, and honestly, this is what we're going to be doing: is sitting down, writing a list of like, hey, this is what I want. I mean, let's say we're going to buy a home, which we are trying to buy a home. We already put offers in on homes, but kind of sitting down and writing out like, hey, this is what I want in a home. What do you want in a home? Oh, you want a pool, you want a fireplace, you want a living room. Okay, this is what I want in a home. I want a safe neighborhood. and then kind of figuring out a way that you can mesh maybe not all of them together, but at least 80% to where you still feel taken care of, but you don't feel like the other person is pushing you over. So probably in decision making together, kind of finding a middle ground that's going to make sense for the both of you.
Yeah, it's interesting too. I feel like there's new revelation in our decision making as of this week, because that's been like I feel like, well, I briefly talked on this like in the last video that I did, but it has been so hard. And I think in different marriages and different relationships, like, you have different dynamics. So you have different things that you're dealing with between two people, and like different opinions, and just even the amount of like voice someone even cares to have in a decision. Where like, I feel like in our dynamic, we can both be like super strong-willed people that have an opinion and want to have a big voice and want to have the final say and feel powerful. Where in some relationships, that's really not the case. Some people are totally happy for the other person to like take the reins and like make life happen for them. But it's interesting, like, we could not get to the bottom of it, it felt like, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think also too, it takes a lot of trust for each other, especially when you've never done it before. I mean, let's say, hypothetical, you're married with someone, you're newlyweds, and you haven't bought a car yet, and you only have $10,000 in your bank account, and you're about to go make that purchase. Well, $10,000 is not a lot of money, and you know you're about to go buy an $8,000 car. If you don't trust that you know your husband is going to make a good decision on a vehicle, or you don't trust your wife, or even the fact maybe you don't trust each other that you're going to make a good decision on buying a vehicle, well, that can be really high stakes.
Yeah.
And it makes the process of buying a vehicle super stressful.
Well, and it's not like, I don't trust you because you're not a good person. It's, I don't trust you because we have never done this before. So
yeah, it's not that I don't trust you.
Yeah.
It's that I don't actually trust that even that we can do, like, that we have the ability to make a good decision.
Yeah.
Like, and that's, that's vulnerable, especially if you're very like, no, I'm always right. Follow me. I got it all under control.
I feel like another dynamic too that I feel like has been interesting, just like even being a wife, is like wanting to allow, how do I word this? Like, I recognize the need for you to make decisions for us and lead us in certain ways and provide for us, or to protect us, or to set us up for a life that's really beautiful and stable and amazing, and also have a voice in that. Like, not, how do I say this, like the balance of allowing you to do that and lead the way and do whatever you feel like you need to do to protect us and to provide for us, but also the side where I'm like, I have needs and I want a voice in this as well.
Right.
Like, finding the balance of like, oh my gosh, what does it look like to lead together and allow your strengths to be your strengths and your needs to provide for us and protect us to be your needs, but my need to be able to dream about what our future is going to look like and have a voice in what our future looks like. It's just balance.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
tricky. But I feel like even in that decision-making thing, like, eventually we were feeling super, super stuck. And we had a conversation, like, we're like, okay, we need outside voices in this process because this is getting really tricky between us. I feel so disconnected from you. And realizing, like, when we brought people into that, like, oh, Allie, like, you have a lot of fear that you are going to be powerless in this decision, or that you don't have a voice in this decision, or whatever. Not that that's actually necessarily happening to you, but it was interesting to realize, like, oh, the fear is that I'm having, it's valid whether or not it's happening or not. Anywho, stay tuned on the house situation. for tonight, just one night, I saw online that you might have a king with a fireplace available. Yeah. Great, let's take that. Well, folks, we stopped to get some food because we went to check in at the hotel and your girl booked it for the wrong month. So I booked a really fantastic room for March, not for February, and we were roomless until about 2 seconds ago. So we stopped at our favorite place. It's called Sandwich. How you feeling about it, Lige?
Good. I'm just glad I know we're sleeping somewhere tonight.
Classic. Show us that puppy. Oh yeah. Okay, folks, well, checked us into the hotel for tonight, and Elijah is taking a bit of a cat nap before we go out to dinner. So I am walking myself downtown just to grab a few things at the store so we can have like a nice glass of wine before we go out to dinner, that kind of thing. So, okay, here's the plan, folks. The very exciting thing about getting out of Reading, is that going to another, oh God.
I got hit by a brick wall.
He just woke up from his nap. There's been nothing.
Where it came from, I have no clue.
There's nothing exciting that's happened since we arrived at our hotel, except that Elijah took a fat nap and I curled my hair because he was so exhausted. And it took me so much longer than it should have because honestly, I don't know how to curl my hair. I just was up for the challenge today. But as I was saying, getting out of Redding, California, even when you just go to another small town, is so exciting because there's different restaurants and like different kinds of people and different foods and different things to look at. You're not gonna bump into anyone you see, or you might, but that's okay. They're here for the same reason as you. They want to get out. So tonight, we are just gonna have a chill night. We're just going to get some dinner. That's the update for now, folks. Went for a little joyride this afternoon, and let me tell you, I think I was made for speed. Don't tell my mom. I'm gonna finish getting ready, then we're gonna wake up Elijah, this monster, and we're gonna tell him today's plan. Honestly, this is what I've realized about ourselves. I'm the one, like, he would just chill and do nothing when we go to a new space or new place. I didn't plan it. It used to bother me. But now I just take the reins and I plan the day, and then he's always so thankful that I do. We learned that on our honeymoon. I was like, okay, we've been here for like 10 days and we've done the same thing like every day. I'm going crazy. And so from that point on, I just get to plan whatever the heck I want us to do, and he's so excited about it. Foods, like we eat out and I drink alcohol, the next morning I will wake up with baggy eyes. This isn't that bad, but sometimes it's so bad and I don't even know. My mom used to do the same thing, and she would literally, you guys get this, she literally takes her Zonclear toothbrush, she takes Netflix. She has one specific for this. She takes the back end and she vibrates it to bring blood circulation to her eye. I'm about to do it. I always thought she was crazy, but I'm about to do it. Oh, hello, sir.
Good morning.
What are you watching? What are you eating over here?
So breakfast. What? It's good.
And so healthy. It's good for your heart.
Yeah, it's very good.
What's the plan, Stan?
We go get breakfast and then we go for a walk.
Lovely day. We go shopping. Oh, we go shopping. You feel a bit exposed on the camera. I can't. Okay, they told us it was Creekside Room, and I'm realizing, oh, there's the creek over there. I thought she meant like this little pond was the creek. I was like, okay, well.
$500, you get the Creekside view.
Okay, let's go to breakfast. You're in a literal shorts, Elijah.
I didn't pack more than one shirt on this trip.
Me either.
Or socks. Or my toothbrush.
Or my underwear. I don't know what I was thinking. I was distracted or something.
And we didn't even get in an argument before the trip.
To breakfast we go. One more coffee for the road. More coffee for the road.
Back in the back, it is too cold. I just itched my nut.
Okay, here's the deal, folks. We just bumped into my dream dog. I was in the store and this pup just walked right up to me like it wanted to come home with me. So, who votes Elijah gets me this pup? Back to the motorcycle conversation.
Margaret said, you get to choose whether or not you're going to support me or not. But it's up to me whether or not I want to ride a bike with you.
I'm just saying.
It's my dream.
I'm just saying. That was in the contract before we got married that you would not. That is the one deal breaker for me. A boy that rides a bike is not a good boy. That is not the marrying kind. On the road again. Off we go. Thanks for coming along for this weekend